We have to go ahead and lock him down. We have to keep him separated from the general population.
So that's the way to do it. And you throw him over the sidelines like a piece of trash, which is sick and tired of this. It's another PR own goal.
Late 40s now, still fighting with these random people in random places.
Yeah.
For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that.
Piers Morgan has blasted Floyd Mayweather after reports emerged suggesting the boxing superstar may have been financially devastated by an alleged $42 million fraud case. The news spread fast, sparking heavy debate across social media, television discussions, and finance circles, while putting fresh scrutiny on one of the most lucrative careers in sports history. So what exactly triggered Morgan's strong reaction? And how did Mayweather, a fighter famous for showing off massive earnings and an extravagant lifestyle, find himself linked to a financial mess this serious?
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather is making major moves in New York City real estate. According to The Real Deal, the undefeated champ is under contract to buy a $402 million portfolio of affordable housing. That's over 60 buildings with 1,000 units, mostly in Upper Manhattan, making this one of the biggest multifamily deals this year. The seller? Josh Godlib of Black Spruce Management, a major player in New York City's rental market. In a statement, Mayweather called this purchase deeply personal, recalling his own humble beginnings where he lived 7 deep in a 1-bedroom apartment. Known for dominating in the ring, Mayweather is no stranger to real estate. He's already invested in 9 New York City skyscrapers. With this move, he is adding to his growing real estate empire, proving that his winning streak extends far beyond the boxing ring.
Floyd Mayweather wasn't just one of boxing's most successful fighters. He became a symbol of wealth, celebrity, and excess. He retired with an undefeated 50-0 record and transformed his fights into global spectacles that generated enormous revenue. High-profile clashes with Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor by themselves reportedly earned him hundreds of millions, adding to a career that produced staggering financial returns.
This is crazy. I bought myself out my contract from Top Rank for $750,000. When I left them, the McGregor, the Pacquiao, and the Canelo fight, I made $750 million just with those 3 fights.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top Rank boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Mayweather built his public image around non-stop displays of wealth, posting stacks of cash online, wearing watches valued in the millions, and purchasing private jets as if money were no object. Over time, that persona extended far beyond boxing and evolved into a powerful brand connected to business ventures, sponsorship opportunities, and exhibition bouts designed largely around generating massive revenue.
What is it? What do people do for you? What gift could they give Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, they bought watches like this.
What in the world is that? Yo, I've never seen anything like that in my lifetime. Oh my
Gifts.
God.
This is what we do.
Just gifts. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Can I see that thing again? Oh my God, that's the most beautiful thing. I don't even want to go near it. Oh my God.
For years, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been celebrated for building an enormous fortune, with estimates claiming he earned well over $1.5 billion throughout his boxing career. Even so, not everyone has been convinced that his money is as secure as it appears. One of the loudest skeptics has been 50 Cent, who has repeatedly questioned whether Mayweather's lavish spending habits have done major damage to his finances. In a 2020 interview, The rapper even suggested that the boxing legend might not be anywhere near as rich as the public believes.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you
I need some of that light money then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anytime like that, he is who he is. You
Right.
can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations like this.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't,
I need some of that light money then.
like that,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
anytime like that, look, he is who he is. You
Right.
can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations like this.
But underneath that image of non-stop luxury, warning signs were already starting to surface. Financial experts have long pointed out that unchecked spending, poor investment decisions, and a lack of stable long-term income can threaten even massive fortunes. In Mayweather's situation, those fears now seem to have escalated into something much more serious.
Posed for this, or was this just...
I guess it's something that they just made up.
Something made up. Do you think they're gonna paint over that when it goes as everyone seems to think it's gonna go?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You should buy that gym from him and knock it down with a wrecking ball.
We can do that.
That would be something you could.
We can do that.
You could potentially make. How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
How did you get the nickname Money? Did you name yourself Money, or was somebody else?
They just started calling me it.
They just started calling it. You always have a lot of money with you.
A little bit.
Yeah. I have a picture of, this is from Instagram. You're on what looks like a private plane, just with a whole...
No, my private plane.
Your private plane, sorry. With a whole lot of money, and it looks like a couple of bowls of ketchup, maybe, also.
No.
Are you eating this money?
Those are cup holders.
Oh, those are cup holders, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have a private plane.
You didn't flew on.
What do you do with all this money? I mean, like, do you actually use it? I mean, are you using the cash?
Cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., the undefeated boxing icon, made headlines after stepping into New York's real estate market with a major purchase. In October 2024, reports said he agreed to buy more than 60 affordable housing buildings in Upper Manhattan for roughly $42 million. The deal reportedly covered over 1,000 apartment units, making it one of the largest multifamily housing transactions the city had seen in years.
There's a flex happening with Floyd Mayweather that we were all cheering and congratulating him from, but we might need to put a pin in that as some evidence comes forward that things may not be how they seem. So a couple weeks back, I talked about it here on the show. Floyd Mayweather said he dropped $402 million on 62 Manhattan rental buildings. But Business Insider went and did the research. They did their Googles, and they said they couldn't find any receipts that this is true. There were no deed transfers, no public records, nothing. They made some phone calls to owners, and they could not find any information regarding this transaction. Floyd has gone on interviews and discussed it. Of course, 50 Cent dropped in with his troll thing and put the interview up and the information about it and said he bought them in his imagination. Same place he read all those Harry Potter books, because 50 gone 50. My question is, does Floyd, was he swindled in some sort of business deal?
Initial court documents and investigative reports indicate that Mayweather may have committed hundreds of millions of dollars to ventures handled by financial advisors who were not thoroughly vetted, and several of those individuals are now reportedly facing criminal allegations. What makes the situation even more troubling is that the investments were allegedly made without the kind of due diligence normally expected in deals of that size, something many seasoned investors would view as a recipe for financial disaster.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that He's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Even with the financial questions surrounding him, Floyd Mayweather is still leaning fully into the money Mayweather persona, especially through his fashion choices. In a recent social media post that quickly gained traction, the undefeated boxing legend gave fans a look inside his massive sneaker collection, and it immediately caught the attention of sneaker enthusiasts. Filmed inside a huge walk-in closet, the video showed shelves lined with hundreds of pairs, all carefully arranged. The collection appeared to include everything from rare Air Jordans to exclusive Nike collaborations and custom Louis Vuitton sneakers, leaving plenty of viewers amazed by just how expensive it all looked.
I love sneakers. I don't know about nobody else, but Money May love his sneakers. As you can see, I got them stacked all the way up to the top. And I gotta let people know it's sneakers in every box. I ain't stacking just a bunch of boxes, a bunch of sneakers. You know how we do. We need one time only. What's the game? Jenga? I don't know the name of it. Let's stack it, let's go. You know, it's dangerous up here. They don't look high, but it's high. Let's stack. We did it. Money May, and y'all know the rest.
Piers Morgan has consistently shown that he's not a fan of Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement exhibition fights, using his platform to take aim at that stage of the former champion's career. While there isn't a widely documented quote that captures his exact wording on the issue, Morgan's broader stance reflects a belief held by many traditional boxing fans that those exhibition bouts have hurt Mayweather's lasting legacy.
I'm the pioneer of all of
You
this.
are the pioneer
This
of
all
this.
started with the Mayweather-McGregor.
Yeah.
I started this. So, and then remember, I done an exhibition over in Tokyo, then everybody,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you see all the professional fighters. So I'm happy that I was able just to do something different and put eyes on me where everybody can do it.
Oh, well, you know, I take my hat off to Chef Ed Sr. He's a legend in the sport of boxing. He's one of the guys that opened up the door for myself. But, of course, I'm still in tip-top condition. And he's a lot older now, you know. Even when we was younger, that would have been a great matchup. But you just you never know. I heard that he posted us and talked about us doing a fight. But I'll be in a no-win situation if I did that.
Since retiring from professional boxing, Mayweather has appeared in several exhibition matches against opponents far removed from the usual boxing elite, including celebrities and internet figures. Those events have brought in huge money, but they've also drawn criticism from people who feel they offer little real competition, and in the process, weaken the sport's credibility.
Floyd is somebody since I'm 8 years old. This was my idol. It is a tremendous honor, but make no mistake, June 11th, I'm bringing bad intentions to that man, and I don't care if an exhibition or not. You signed to fight me. It's no quarter, so it's kill or be killed.
Another big event, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a crazy crowd, I'm pretty sure. But I've been here so many times, you know. I've been fighting since 1987 to now, so I know what it takes when, you know, at any level. So I'm just happy to be here.
I watched every one of his fights. I've never seen anybody throw combinations with the intent and the speed and the accuracy of that man, and I was captivated from that night on. So I've been Team Mayweather since I'm 9 years old, but like I said, when it's time to get to business, we're gonna get to business. We're gonna fight.
I will continue to have fun, entertain, until I'm ready to say, you know what, enough is enough.
Mayweather has never acted as if he regrets doing exhibition fights, and he has continued to defend that path publicly. he's repeatedly framed those events as entertainment-driven experiences rather than true high-level competition. And despite the criticism they receive from parts of the boxing community, they continue to attract huge interest and serious money. One clear example was his 6-round exhibition against Japanese MMA fighter Mikuru Asakura, a bout that reportedly earned him around $20 million and highlighted just how lucrative these appearances have become. Recent exhibition bout with John Gotti III, Mayweather once again showed that his boxing ability has not faded, controlling the action and reminding viewers that he is still a serious force inside the ring even after retirement. But not everyone sees these appearances in a positive light. Sports commentator Stephen A. Smith has argued that matches like these are hurting Mayweather's legacy, viewing them less as real boxing contests and more as entertainment-driven spectacles. In his view, a fighter of Mayweather's stature should only step into the ring with opponents who have truly earned the opportunity to face a legend.
Floyd Money Mayweather retired from boxing 50-0. That individual that he was fighting right there is the grandson of the late infamous mobster John Gotti. I am not aware of John Gotti III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space.
Several respected voices in boxing have raised concerns over both Mayweather's exhibition opponents and the overall direction of these events. Among the most outspoken has been sports commentator Stephen A. Smith, who argued that fighters sharing the ring with someone of Mayweather's level should have actually earned that opportunity. He stressed that these kinds of matchups make it harder to separate true boxing competition from pure spectacle. And his point was simple. A boxer as accomplished and elite as Mayweather should not be facing opponents who haven't proven they belong in that position.
I talk about on the street anything like that. Boxing is your thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see just anybody on the basketball court playing against LeBron James. He won't do it. He doesn't have to. It's a waste of his time. You might see footages of Dwayne Wade training his son. You don't see Dwayne Wade playing against just anybody. He's not doing it. You haven't earned that privilege. It's a privilege to be in the company of greatness, in their venue, in their habitat, in their specialized, home, per se. Floyd Money Mayweather should not be letting just anybody in the ring with him. That's my only point.
Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather's former rival and now a boxing promoter, also made his frustration clear over the exhibition with John Gotti III. He criticized the event as embarrassing and warned that continuing with fights like these could damage Mayweather's legacy over time. De La Hoya's message was direct. He believes Mayweather should stop taking part in exhibitions that, in his view, do more harm than good to the image he built throughout his career.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Piers Morgan has also been highly vocal in opposing the participation of transgender women in women's sports, arguing that it creates concerns around both fairness and athlete safety. He has maintained that physical factors, such as muscle strength and bone structure, can still offer an advantage, even after hormone treatment. To support that argument, Morgan has pointed to examples such as transgender Paralympic sprinter Valentina Petrillo, using cases like that to raise questions about preserving competitive balance in women's events.
She is a transgender non-binary.
Well,
how can you be transgender and non-binary?
Because that's what they are.
I thought non-binary meant you were neither one nor the other.
Okay.
Male to female, female to male. Turns out the non-binary is not the same as transgender, or it is.
I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I would say that's probably because they're not allowed to take the correct amount of testosterone because they are still playing in the women's team.
The other half of this is what if they don't compete against women born to female bodies, what happens to trans athletes? Now, I think there's one of two things you can do. Either they compete against their biological sex, which most of them have done anyway for many years, actually never as successfully as they do when they compete against women, which I think is the argument right there. Or you create an entirely new category. There are more and more, as you said, at grassroots level, you create an entirely new category for trans athletes to compete against other trans athletes.
During a televised debate, Piers Morgan questioned the fairness of transgender athletes competing in women's sports by using Floyd Mayweather as an example. He raised a hypothetical scenario, asking whether the boxing star should be permitted to face female opponents if he were to identify as a woman. Transgender rights advocate Joanna Harper said yes, arguing that it would be acceptable as long as Mayweather qualified within the appropriate weight division. Morgan strongly rejected that view, calling the idea absurd and warning that allowing a fighter with Mayweather's skill, strength, and physical advantages to compete against women would raise serious safety concerns.
Would you allow, somebody like Anthony Joshua to box in women's boxing in a year's time if he had the treatment?
There's a weight category issue. I'm not sure about the weight categories. He'd be a lot bigger than any woman, but if he was in a woman's size weight category, yes, I would.
You would let Floyd Mayweather, who is pound for pound the most successful boxer in male history, you would let him in a year's time compete at the same weight against women?
Yeah, if there's a weight category.
This is nonsense. I'm sorry.
It's absolute
garbage.
garbage.
How could you possibly countenance putting Floyd Mayweather, the most dangerous boxer pound for pound, arguably in the history of boxing, into a ring with women born to female bodies? This is where the argument becomes utterly ridiculous. And it's not transphobic to say so, it's common sense.
Do you think boxing legends like Mayweather should keep taking part in exhibition fights? Or would it be better for their legacy to remain retired? Share your thoughts in the comments below.